Siobhan Graham is a midwife and she is from havingababy.ie, and Siobhan has kindly come in to go through some of the questions that new mums would have about basically how to prepare for birth.
Yeah.
Okay. So Siobhan, the first question is the birth plan. Lots of people want to know what to do. Do you plan it? Do you plan it on your own? Do you plan it with a midwife? How does it work?
Okay, well, there is the standard birthing plan that people talk about, and you will hear people talking about birthing plans. You don't need a written document, you don't need a big formal thing. A birthing plan just means you talk through the process with your partner so you know what to expect, what you plan, and what your expectations are. So what I'd encourage you to do is, number one, go to a class, be it at the hospital where you're going to have the baby, or a private class where you run through the whole day, all in one day, and sit down with your partner and decide if you want to put something in writing. If you want to put something in writing, that's fine, and you can have a sheet that when you go into the hospital in labour, you hand to the midwife, and then it's something to sit down, break the ice, and she can say, you know, we'll have a look at what you have written down. What I would say is keep it brief, and try not to have the words I want. Go with I would like. Try to be flexible. Try not to set yourself huge expectations and targets. You've never been in labour before, most of you are first time mums, so you haven't been in labour before, so you don't know what to expect. And sometimes mums can say, you know, I want to go in and I want a normal birth and I want no pain relief, and you don't know what it's like, and you set yourself up these big targets and then you're disappointed if it doesn't work out.
And the main point of a birthing plan is, so let's say you go in and it ends up that you end up having to have a C-section. So if I have to have a C-section, it's that I'm not looking at my partner going, are you coming with me? Are you not coming with me?
Absolutely. It's so you have thought through the processes and you've covered difficult questions so that nobody ends up with, I have to go to theatre and have an emergency section. Do you want to come? I don't know. Do you want me to come? Because then you're under pressure, because you could feel you're letting your partner down if you don't.
And then you could end up with regrets. You could just decide on the spur of the moment, no, he's not coming with me, and then he could regret it, you could regret it. And it's such a huge, wonderful part of anyone's life. It's important you don't have regrets.
And also, a birth plan often is a time where the daddies get to have an input, because maybe they have things going on in their head that they're scared about or they're nervous about. Do I have to see everything? Do I have to be down the business end of things? And a birthing plan lets you talk about all those things and get them out in the open. And a birthing plan, if you talk about your pain relief, you know, about breathing, your partner, it's just a way of communicating. It's a way of opening communications, and they're great, but you don't have to have a written document.
Okay.